Everyone at this demonstration, 14-year-old Paris Williams is a graduate of the model mugging program. When 4 men jumped her on the way home from school, Williams believes model mugging lessons saved her life.
They came at me. One of them came at me, and I ended up fighting them off.
You fought off 4 guys?
Yeah.
How?
They took one by one. They didn't all come at me at once.
Tina Forbes recalls what happened after she took model mugging and was confronted by a stalker.
I went in, I grabbed hold of the knife, and I pulled it away from him. And I wound up kicking him in 4-inch spiked heels and knocking him out. He was in the hospital for several weeks. He was in a coma for a good week and a half.
That's why Matt Thomas defends the program he founded as a means to replace paranoia with empowerment.
The women walk through life with a lot more joy and laughter as a result, because they don't have to be afraid. They don't have to be angry.
It takes about 19 hours over the course of a weekend to take a model mugging class. Anyone wanting more information can call us in the Channel 4 newsroom. Chuck, Colin.
Interesting.
Rape. It is the most underreported crime in America. Faced with such a frightening situation, would you know what to do? Well, come with me to one of the nation's leading self-defense classes.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna rape you.
A fierce mock attack. The victim fights back.
Terrified. Yeah, I mean, it's 280 pounds at times lying on top of you, and it's up to you to get him off of you.
Leave me alone! These women at this model mugging self-defense class want you to know what they know. Their motto?
I love myself so much that I'm going to do whatever it takes in order to make the violence stop and to protect myself.
Ready for self-defense lesson number 1, a defensive stance.
I'm just walking along, something doesn't feel quite right, and I'm going to stop. Walk.
That's
more.
Step number 1.
That's step number 1.
Number 2, hands up to protect the face.
Her hands are up in there. I'm coming in. Look what's vulnerable.
No.
Nose, and then the groin.
No. There are only 2 targets in this, the nose and the groin. Very, very easy.
Number 3, verbal commands.
No. Back off. Leave me alone. I don't want trouble. Heel palm? No.
Model mugging is renowned as the nation's first full-contact self-defense training.
People just are so paralyzed by fear, right, that they become victims. And we're saying take the fear and turn it into anger.
Founder Matt Thomas studied 3,000 assaults against women before developing his strategy. He says fighting back isn't always the answer.
She has to pick and choose and analyze the circumstance. Even if you're going to fight, it's important to wait for the right moment. Wait till they're vulnerable.
Statistics show that every 2 minutes a woman in America is raped, and 68% of all assaults on women are by someone they know. Experts stress that preventing rape starts with talking to men.
We have to make this kind of behavior not acceptable in any circumstances in our society. It's not okay to have sex with someone who's incapacitated by the effects of alcohol or drugs. It's not okay to have sex with someone who's saying, no, I don't want to, regardless of what she said before that. It's not okay to have sex with someone without consent.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna have fun! No!
But not all men will get that message, so model mugging teaches women to fight back, to know the best ways to defend ourselves.
Stay there, Kit! No! Kit! No! Kit! I'm gonna... Good shot!
Wow.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, I noticed that
after
there.
that.
Now, these people are unarmed. What if they have a weapon?
Okay, that's another class. Model mugging teaches a 2-day course on the basics of an
Right.
unarmed attacker, then also a class on an armed attacker. And the thing is, I went in thinking, I don't know what to do, but then when you're out, you know, it's...
No, I get the picture. I get the
Sorry.
picture. All right.
Practice.
All right, Rick is here now. The word came down, I guess, on Del Straughter.
I'm going to start wearing that equipment on the set now, I think.
It's safe.
You're watching Special Reports Television. Now here with a special report on living is your host, Joan London.
According to FBI statistics, there are roughly 260 forcible rapes every day in this country. But as we'll see in this special report, more and more women are taking steps to fight back.
Okay, what's this? Let's go over the pictures.
Tori Strong is a teacher. For the past 9 years, she has taught a special class for children with cerebral palsy. 10 months ago, Tori's life was changed forever. She became one of the more than 90,000 women in America who are raped each year.
I was running down the road and somebody asked me for directions. Here I work with kids all the time and you tell them don't stop and talk to strangers. What did I do? I stopped and told them directions. And then that's when I turned around and this person basically tackled me. I probably didn't do the right thing, but I just said, I work with handicapped kids and they need me. Please don't hurt me. They need me.
When your body is violated, it causes tremendous, tremendous psychological repercussions.
Matthew Thomas holds black belts in karate and judo. In 1971, after a friend who was also a black belt was raped, he designed a self-defense course for women. Tori Strong took a 24-hour course to help heal the psychological wounds left by her experience and to even the odds against any future assailant.
Okay, let's get in a circle.
I want to say no to women ever feeling that they don't have the power to fight back.
No! Sitting! Sitting!
It's not a battle against the person I'm training, but it's a battle against the rapist out there, a balance against the terror. We have so many voices inside of our own heads going on. It's our mother saying, you're not good enough. It's the teacher at school saying, you're stupid. It's the person at work who's saying, I can't understand why you let yourself get raped. You should know better. And so it's important for us to drown those voices out.
Thomas's teaching techniques, which include verbal and physical harassment, have been criticized by some who say this training course can be as traumatic as assault itself. But Thomas insists that women must learn to deal with the reality of physical violence. He teaches them how to fight back with a variety of techniques designed to disable an assailant as quickly as possible.
I pretended I was running and had Matt attack me. You know, the same exact way that I was attacked, and I was able to get out of it. So I felt the confidence and felt really good about it. If I only knew that tool when I was being attacked, I would have not even gotten as far as I got in that attack. In fact, I probably would have left him there screaming.
I shed a lot of tears and met some wonderful people that kind of helped me through my tears.
Our fears were kind of gone because we've already kind of opened up our insides and exposed ourselves. When I got done with that, I felt like I had this big monkey gorilla, literally just get off my back and just walk away. I'm not helpless anymore. I feel at peace again.
Our next hero, Matthew Thomas, has devoted the last 15 years of his life to female victims of violent crimes. He teaches self-defense, but not the traditional martial arts kind. His course is called Model Mugging, but not because some of his students are models. He agreed to be on our show, but not for himself.
Okay, Arlene, you're ready.
Almost every woman we've talked to has been sexually assaulted, or they know someone who's been assaulted. It's just naturally prevalent in our society. This is the first time in ages that a group of oppressed women, right, have decided to fight back.
This is a special night for this group of Los Angeles women. Their families and friends have come to watch their graduation from the Model Mugging program for self-defense.
No!
The founder of the program is Matthew Thomas of San Francisco. He's a qualified martial arts instructor who designed the program around the standard models or approaches that most muggers use on their victims. In traditional martial arts classes, students are not allowed to hit their opponents. They never make full contact. And when one of Matthew's karate students was attacked on the street, she didn't know what to do.
She punched the guy once, and the guy knocked her to the ground, beat her, and raped her. And, you know, she was devastated. Well, she came to class and said that she had disgraced us, and I said that we had disgraced her.
Thomas quit teaching martial arts after that incident 16 years ago. He decided to study police reports on thousands of attacks against women.
It started off as an academic exercise in that I really wanted to find a solution to a problem. And then as I got involved in it and women started telling me the stories of their rapes, then I became emotionally involved in that.
Much of what he heard reminded him of the pain his mother had endured early in his own life.
I was born in Japan during the occupation. My mother was Japanese, my father was an American. And so for her to fall in love with an American was an incredible, affront to her parents. So she was disowned.
His father deserted them, and his mother eventually placed him in an orphanage where he could be better cared for. After an American couple adopted Matthew and took him to the United States, his mother threw herself in front of a train. Years later, he went back to Japan to visit her grave.
I looked at the grave and I realized that I can't undo that, but I have a power. And the power is the martial arts. And the power is that here is a system where women can fight back. And so it becomes my obligation to do this.
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
Take some money out for me.
Matthew realized that he needed to design a method that would enable women to fight off real attackers. The result of his years of effort is a 16-hour course in which women learn to use their strengths to disable and knock out their assailants.
What we're teaching is for the woman to depend on her own body, that it's always there. The weapons that you have are your feet, your knees, your elbows, your hands, your teeth.
Thomas's early students were so effective that they knocked him out cold at the first graduation ceremony. He's had so many injuries over the years that he now lets other men do the mugging. They're all trained in the martial arts, but they have to wear 60 pounds of protective gear so they won't get hurt. It makes the muggers look more threatening, and it lets the women use all their strength without holding back. Women enroll in model mugging for a variety of reasons. Some, like Heather Woodruff of Los Angeles, were attacked and couldn't defend themselves.
I was beaten and kicked beyond recognition. My eyes were slit open, my nose was broke, my teeth were pushed through my lips and broken, and some kicked out. As soon as I was well enough, and I had to do that with my doctor's permission, I took the course, which was just wonderful.
Another recent graduate is actress Teresa Saldana, who survived a brutal attack nearly 6 years ago.
Anybody who's been through an attack experiences a residual amount of fear, and the good thing about taking a course like model mugging is it cuts right through that kind of fear and gives you something very practical.
What Thomas shows these women is more than just how to fight. He helps them take charge of their bodies and their lives.
A lot of strengths has come out of this class, strengths that I have inside that I never knew I had.
I know that I will have more control in my life having taken this course, both emotionally in a situation as well as physically.
For Matthew Thomas, this program honors the choice his mother made many years ago.
She could have done the traditional Japanese route of walking with me into the ocean. But instead, she had the tremendous love and the tremendous courage to keep on. Look where you are as a result. Imagine what can happen if all of you have her courage.
No! 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 Behind you, use the elbow! No!
going, sweetie?
Fall to the ground.
Not tonight, baby. Mama just got a brand new hip.
All right, he's above you. Kick! Kick!
No! Hey, Paige, I bet you never said no so many times in one evening before.
Audrey, why don't you come a little closer? I can't quite reach you. Okay, very good, ladies, very good. Let's stand up and shake it out. Isn't this great, Lois? Don't you feel empowered?
Yes, she does. She is woman. I heard her roar. Yeah, she is not the timid Lois 2 hours ago who thought we were on our way to see Marvin's room. No, she's the strong Lois who's ready to sign some divorce papers, huh?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, for our final exercise, we're going to simulate an actual attack. Now, you're all prepared for this. Just beat the drum, say your power word, and choose a word that best expresses your inner strength.
I've got a good one.
Zena!
Oh, darn it. See, that's the one I chose. Could you just choose another word, please?
No!
Zena!
Stop it! Oh, God, you broke my nail.
That's what you get for attacking innocent women and children.
Sure is a dangerous neighborhood I'm in by myself here. I hope somebody in 60 pounds worth of protective gear doesn't come up behind me and scare me because I'm a helpless woman and I can't defend myself.
No! 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 No!
I pity the fool!
Well, this was really a great class. Thanks very much.
Wait, Mom, you haven't gone yet. Now, come on, what kind of daughter would I be if I let you go home without getting mugged first? All right, here's the deal. You're downtown. You just finished watching Showboat. You're at the stage door waiting for Ned Beatty's autograph. Suddenly, rah, somebody really menacing comes up to you. Come on, you can do this, okay?
Okay. Showboat.
Okay, Showboat.